There was a summer that I wished to go back to, spending hours surrounded on all sides by grass or old cobbles in the bustling little town over the river where I first felt a love for women bloom. It soothed my soul like the first splash of cool water on the burnt expanse of my shoulders where the sun cream did not reach and I was feeling too many confusing things about our bodies to ask you to do it for me. We were young, 14 maybe, when we retreated to your grandmother's house for a few days. We spooned every night in a bed that was more than big enough, and you snuck out of the house to kiss a boy while leaving me in the shaded expanse of your father's living room, and somehow I felt betrayed. I didn't understand then that I could love women, and that's ultimately what I was doing when I covered for you when your stepmother came home and asked where you were. You were infatuated with your neighbour, and I can't remember anything about him that wasn't an extension of you. You leaned out your bedroom window to talk to him over the wall, perfectly laboriously casual in a way young girls should not be posing themselves, and you smiled, dazzling with teeth and your freckles stark against a milky white skin. I always felt a breath away from kissing you, always so close that I could almost feel your skin on mine already, but I never made the distance, and if you felt the same, well, you never closed the distance either. And I wonder if you knew then, and you must have, because sometimes I'd meet your eyes across the water of the river, or you'd curl so fiercely into my chest while still awake like you were savouring the things you were going to lose when we travelled home again after 2 weeks. I haven't spoken to you in years. I wonder if you still think about those escapades, if they were as intrinsic to you coming to understand who you were as they were for me, feeling my queerness pushing up like milk teeth in babies when you pushed me up against your back at night. You left me feeling incomplete that summer in the grass hedges, and I often leave you out of the story because it's easy to forget the pain of a love I didn't even know I had until years later when you were gone. I've moved beyond you, and I see the wealth of the world and the women I meet, but somehow the clumsy 14-year-old in me longs for a 14-year-old I hope is still somewhere inside you, because it was simpler to be confused than it is now to mourn.